Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're going to be doing a guide for the Island of Solitude. Now, I haven't completed the event because there hasn't been enough time on the test server, but hopefully there'll be some very important tips for you guys to help you maximize your efficiency and get this event hopefully done properly. Now, the first thing I want to mention is, in my first thoughts, when I looked at the event, I thought only Ascended heroes work. So how the heroes work is you get 20 heroes. It auto-fills it with your best 20. You can change them out. So as you can see, you can use any rarity, so it's cool for free-to-play players. That's good. I thought it was a weird one when I saw it like that. That was interesting. Another thing is each slot has its own stamina, and that stamina doesn't go away when you change heroes. So, for instance, if I wanted this Prince to have that 7 stamina that the Titus has, I go Prince, I'd swap him with my Pippa, cool beans, and then I'd go Titus and I'd swap him with the Prince, and now my Prince has that 7 stamina. This is a very, very important for when you go ahead and you go exploring the island, because as you explore this island, I've cleared a lot of it. But you'll find vines, but you'll also find enemies. Now, these enemies are going to use stamina from your characters that you use in that battle. So if you can make a really solid 2 to 3 man team, you can do really well. For instance, I'm thinking a lot of people might use something like Arthur, Ainz, and Rowan as a good 3-man team. If you can do a 2-man team, depending on how your scalings work, you can go ahead and do that. But what I would do is all those battles around the place, I would just use your main, hopefully 3 units you can clear most battles with. If you have to put a 4th in, you can. But optimizing saving stamina is going to be huge in this. So yeah, if you've got an Arthur, Ainz, Rowan, for me, Chicken, Iron, and Lucretia works really well. It just depends what you've got. You can try and make it work, but that way you can save stamina by not having to use weaker teams that need 4 or 5 heroes, and you can keep doing that. And like I said, you just shuffle it around. For instance, if Ainz was the one I wanted to use, not my Lucretia, I would literally go Lucretia, swap with Titus, Ainz, Ainz swap. I didn't have to do that actually. Ainz swap with Lucretia, and then Titus swap with Ainz. Literally that easy. You can swap around and manipulate your stamina. Don't be using weak teams against all these battles, because you will save a lot of stamina. That's the most one of the most important things for stamina generation. Next up, there's basically 3 things you want to have people sitting on at the start of the event. There's this ship. I only realized this ship yesterday, so I kind of screwed up there. This ship, you just put someone there and it just uses stamina over time, and they'll repair the ship, and then you will get rewards. So as you can see, this one we get a chest, but down here we get this. So don't miss out on this. This isn't the greatest chest ever. I mean, I'll probably take a Gorvo from it, but it's pretty good that you can just put someone there for the duration of the event. I'll probably miss out on it on the test server because I realized it so late. So that kind of sucks, but have someone there. Have someone in the fishing spot as well. Just have someone sitting there the whole time, and then have 4 people in the food production all the time as well. Now, the reason you want to have all the guys in there and stuff, obviously the food you can use in the battle, which we're going to talk about in a sec. But if we go to Island Survival, we go to quests, you can see you get progression for cultivating fruits, catching fish, and repairing the ship. So you want to do all those things and have them rolling the whole time so that you can get more of these and progress towards getting yourself that Mahira skin. Now, past that, we do have a boss battle. Before we get into the boss battle, on the first, the island does change from time to time. After 4 or 5 days, the island changed. These bits here never used to be water, and there used to be a floating bottle here. On the first few days, in this tile or this tile or this tile, I can't remember which one, there's a floating bottle. Make sure you pick that up every day, because there is a mission for it. If we go down here, collect floating bottles 5 times. Now, that disappeared with the change of the day when the land sort of changed and there was more water, and I've not been able to find the floating bottle. So if in the future I find where the floating bottle moves to, I'll make a community post or update it in a video. I don't know if it does move or just disappears, so keep that in mind. I'm not too sure. Next up, every day one of these chests will float up to the shore, and you just click on it and you get the reward. Now, if you miss a day of collecting the chest, it doesn't matter. They will float up to different positions, so you will be able to collect them all at the end, so it's not too bad. Then we have the boss. Now, the boss is an interesting one, and a big shout out to about 15 people on Discord and a couple people on Twitter who at me or pinged me or DM'd me, letting me know about this. So there's a way you can, with this boss, there isn't really a great need to deal high damage that I can see. There's the fortune chest, but you know, if you're a leech like I am, where you have good guildmates who do high damage, there's no real incentive that I can see from it for doing it. Now, if that changes, I will update it. Check the pinned comment for something in case this does change. But what I recommend doing is every day you do a single hero in this boss battle. So it only costs 8 stamina for the single hero, because each battle you do against this costs 8 stamina for every hero in it. So if you do a single hero 4 times on day 1, you will get all these chests. And these chests actually reset on day 3. On day 3 of the event, the boss moved. So the original position of the boss was up here. And on day 3 or 4, I can't remember what it was, the boss moved down here and it reset those chests. Now, the reason I say every day you want to go in and you want to do 5 battles is because you can't refresh battles against this boss. But you want to do 5 battles, and I'm not sure how far this will go. But we do have this, challenge the boss 12 times. So it's a very cheap stamina to get good progression on this. So you definitely want to do those 5 battles of the boss. If you ever see this, like you've reached the max amount of boss challenges you can do to get this experience, then you can slow down. Only do it if those chests are available to collect. So when we look at this boss here, it says, this boss says ends in 1 day and 1 hour. I'm assuming the boss will move again and it will refresh these. That's what I'm assuming. I'm not too sure, but definitely just do 5 attacks on the boss with only a single hero in combat, and that's how you do it. Now, if you're trying to go for the fortune chest, you're the best player in your guild, something like that, you can use food for buffs, and different characters produce different buffs, so keep that in mind. If you go like primarily sell hypo team, then put a sell hypo farming food and they'll probably get that food. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. So that is the basics behind the boss as well. So quick recap on that stuff, and then I'll tell you where I think you should try and push to early on to get better rewards. But recap, first thing you do when you get in, put your 4 farmers down, make them heroes that you really don't use for combat. Really, you only have to worry about 3 heroes for combat. So jump in the event, put your 4 food farmers, put your fish farmer, and put your ship repairer in. Then you'll collect 1 chest that's floating over here. You'll collect a floating bottle in the middle here. You'll do 5 attacks on the boss with a single character. Then you may pick out your best hopefully 3-man team, 4 if you have to defeat all these random enemies that will be floating through here. For instance, this, you pick your best 3-man team, you go through, beat as many of those as you can. When you run out of stamina, you swap that stamina over back onto them by swapping them around, like I've shown a couple times already. So you can swap it, so you can keep that 1 core team of 3 or 4 units, 2 if you're godly. You can keep that 1 team going through, defeating all the enemies, and optimize your stamina. Now, what you want to do, and then there'll be ones where you clear vines and it just costs 8 stamina on a character for clear vines. Just use any character, it doesn't really matter. Then what you want to do is, this is the one area I've found so far with the best rewards. When you get to this area here, which I show it on the map, is just there. It's not too far away. When you get here, there's 4 chests in here, and one of them has 5 Stargazer tickets. Now, because I have 5 Stargazer tickets, in my mind, I'm thinking there's somewhere else on the map with another 5, but I haven't been able to find it yet. I've been exploring, trying to unlock as much of the map as possible, unlock these shaded areas. So my next step is to get up here, and then I think that is all the shaded areas that I will have unlocked. And then I've just got to work through, clear enemies, and get all the rewards and all that stuff. But once again, that is the basics. If anything changes or there's a big update, I'll make a video on it. If not, check the pinned comment. I'll do community posts if I have to. Hopefully get all the information to you guys that way. But that is pretty much the basic gist of the way this event is going to work. It looks overwhelming when you get into it, but really not. You drop 4 heroes here, drop 1 there, drop 1 over there, collect something here, battle a boss, and then just go exploring. That's pretty much the main gist to it. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.